Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to La Liga Smart Bank. We're coming to you live from the Estadio de Vallecas in Madrid, Spain for match day 39 and a clash between 8th place Rayo Vallecano and 20th place Numancia. The teams coming out onto the pitch right now. Rayo still in control of their own destiny as they continue to march towards the 6th and final playoff spot in La Liga Smart Bank. Thanks to Elche's loss at Mirandés on Tuesday, while Numancia come into this game having been knocked back into the relegation zone following Oviedo's win over Las Palmas yesterday, putting Numancia in a must-win situation on the road in order to maintain hope for salvation. Rayo, in their sense, are coming off of an impressive 4-2 win at Zaragoza on Monday, playing some of their best football of the season. We take a look at Paco Gémez, the Rayo manager, making his way out onto the pitch. Rayo have still only lost one football match since the league restarted in mid-June. There is Carrion, the manager of Numancia, going back to Rayo. They're without one of their team leaders today, the Argentinian Oscar Trejo, who was suspended due to yellow card accumulation from their last match. That impressive win on the road at Zaragoza. Speaking of Paco Gémez, he has also decided to rest his regular starting center back Esteban Savoyech and has inserted Emiliano Velázquez into the starting 11. We will have those 11s for you in just a moment. Visiting Numancia, on the other hand, are also coming off of a win 1-0 over Extremadura on Saturday, which temporarily lifted their spirits. But since then, they provisionally slipped back into the relegation zone. Here is the Rayo lineup. Dimitrievski in goal, Saul, Catena, Emiliano, and Advíncula on defense. Alvaro, Suarez, Oscar, De Frutos in midfield, and Kazmi and Juan Villar up front for Paco Gémez in a 4-1-3-2 formation. And today's referee, Galech Azpeteguia, coming out with the linesman. There's Alberto Escasi, the midfielder for Numancia. As the teams get ready to line up, we will have Numancia's lineup coming to you in just a second. Numancia, as I just said, provisionally back into the relegation zone. They had gotten out of it with their win over Extremadura, but Oviedo putting Numancia back there into the bottom of the table. Dani Barrio in goal for Numancia. Castellano, Admonio, Bernardo, and Calero on defense. Eric Moran, Alberto Escasi, Noguera, Curro, Nacho Sanchez, and Eugenio Marin up front for visiting Numancia. Manager Luis Carrion has 3 center backs in the starting 11 today. Those are Admonio, Bernardo, and Castellano, while the mainstay, Alberto Escasi, who we just mentioned, anchors the Numancia midfield once again. It's quite hot outside, although not as bad as it has been in recent days in Spain. This match was originally scheduled for 7:30 p.m. Central European summertime and was moved back to 8:30 p.m. CEST. In order to deal with the weather, the temperature is around 28 degrees Celsius, 82 degrees Fahrenheit. It's partly cloudy, around 35% humidity. There is a chance of rain showers this evening. We will see if that possible weather could affect this match. Players out on the pitch, 11 versus 11, as we get ready to get this match underway here at the Estadio de Vallecas. La Liga Smart Bank match day 39, 8th place Rayo Vallecano hosting 20th place Numancia, and we are underway. The ball is rolling here in Vallecas, and Numancia defending off of the opening tap. Rayo with the ball, wearing their home whites with a red sash, moving from right to left as Luis Advíncula plays it well across the field and too deep for anybody. And that'll be taken as a goal kick by Dani Barrio, number 13, the goalkeeper for Numancia, as Luis Advíncula looks on and puts his hand up recognizing the pass off the mark. There's Dani Barrio, second in La Liga Smart Bank in saves this season, with 120, one of the men to watch in this game. Among the keys to this game, set pieces. Rayo is the team with the most goals off of set pieces, as we have an injury here early on. They're calling for more help. We'll have to see who that is. That's Alberto Noguera for Numancia, down on the pitch. And some hard contact to the back of the head. Meted out by Emiliano Velázquez, pardon. And Velázquez bending over to see if Noguera is okay. Noguera looks to have a bloody nose, even though he got hit in the back of the head. It was a forceful shot. And there may be a caution given to Velázquez in the wake of this play coming in just the first minute. As I was saying, Rayo Vallecano, the team with the most goals coming off of set pieces, tied with Almeria in that category. 6 on free kicks from fouls and 9 from penalty kicks. That's 15 total goals this season for Rayo Vallecano on set pieces. Noguera still down. And it remains to be seen whether or not he will be able to continue. Alberto Noguera, 30 years old, from Madrid, Spain. Came up through the youth academy of Getafe. Spent time with Rayo Atletico. And most recently, of course, now with Numancia. Numancia with the free kick into the area. More contact. And another Numancia player down in the box. This is Bernardo Cruz, center back. Take a look at Bernardo in the middle of your screen at the top of the area. And he looked like he got an elbow possibly from Alejandro Catena. And it was Catena, number 5, the center back for Rayo. As play continues, yes, there's the temperature, 28 degrees in Madrid here at the Estadio de Vallecas, partly cloudy. The clouds certainly playing a key role in keeping those temperatures from getting up into the 30s Celsius and in the 90s Fahrenheit, which could make for some very uncomfortable football playing weather. Noguera back on with a tissue stuffed up his nostrils, exuding toughness after taking a hard shot to the back of the head. He is back on there and ready to go. Alberto Escassi pops it up into the air. Numancia retake control. Ivan Calero. Eric Moran sends it along to Bernardo Cruz. And now Escassi takes over again, as here comes the pressure from Rayo Vallecano. Admonio Vicente from Guinea-Bissau playing at right back. Admonio naturally a center back. And there's Paco Gémez, the manager of Rayo Vallecano. Gémez, 50 years old, from Las Palmas in the Canary Islands. And even though he's just 50 years old, one of the more experienced men in Spanish football, both from a playing and a managerial perspective. Hemes with a long playing career from 1988 to 2005. Some 17 years. The bulk of his career playing for Zaragoza. From 1998 to 2004, he made 168 appearances. And also with 21 caps for the Spanish national team around the turn of the millennium. Hemes also experienced as a manager. He's now in his second stint at the helm of Rayo Vallecano. His first run was from 2012 to 2016. Hemes also spending time in La Liga MX, the top tier of Mexican football, with Cruz Azul in 2016-17. As Numancia looked to take back over, but it goes all the way back to Rayo. And with the ball, Stoli Dmitrievski, the regular goalkeeper for Rayo Vallecano. Rayo going long up the wing. Saul Garcia plays it out to Mario Suarez. Mario Suarez with a give and go. Suarez has it back, and his shot is blocked off. And here come Numancia going the other way. Long pass to Eugenio. Eugenio tries to get past Emiliano Velázquez. I'm sure I'll get that right at some point. Velázquez. And Eugenio well on sides. Velázquez able to contain Eugenio on the play and win a goal kick for Rayo Vallecano here in the 8th minute. Rayo back on the attack right away. Saul Garcia tries to center it. Headed away by Admonio. Rayo get it back in, picked up by Moran. And now Nacho Sanchez plays it back up to Eugenio. They're going to be looking for Eugenio all game long. Look at Luis Carrion, the manager of visiting Numancia. Carrion, 41 years of age, born in Barcelona, playing some time with the youth academy at FC Barcelona, known as La Masia. Bounced around a lot in his senior career. Carrion spent time managing Cordoba several years ago before moving on to Melilla and now Numancia since 2019. Numancia going on the attack, and a shot by Curro Sanchez. It's right at the goalkeeper, Stoli Dmitrievski, who scoops it right up with two arms. And now long tosses the ball out to midfield. Rayo right back on the attack. Alvaro Garcia sends it across into the middle and cleared away by Adri Castellano. There he is. Saul Garcia to throw it in. Nacho Sanchez there, but it goes out. Nacho wearing the captain's armband today for Numancia. little bit of pushing and shoving, not abnormal. In the box, holds up the corner kick for just a moment. Catena there. And Rayo to repeat on the corner kick from the other side. It's the third corner kick of the match. In just 11 minutes and change. There's Catena in the middle, and a possible push by Alberto Escassi. He got away with one there. And Escassi clears for Numancia. Up to midfield, chested down. And back to Luis Advíncula, the Peruvian right back. Catena anchoring the Rayo defense once again. A nice play by Ivan Calero. Calero, one of the keys to this game. The right back for Numancia scored an unbelievable goal against Extremadura, showing that he's a lot more than just a defender. He can finish as well. Another look off the side of the head of Juan Villar from the foot of Alberto Escassi. Juan Villar, another one of the keys to this match. He scored twice at Riazor against Deportivo La Coruña and scored 2 more goals at Zaragoza in La Romareda. Certainly a big-time scoring threat for Rayo, along with the Frenchman slash Moroccan Yassine Kazmi, 2 potent strikers for Rayo at the top of their 4-1-3-2 formation. So people need to keep their eyes on number 15, Juan Villar, as well as number 14, Yassine Kazmi. They'll be at the top of your screen for most of the match. And a foul on the near side. Eric Moran with a hard push to the back. Luis Carrion. And Oscar Valentin rolls around a little on the grass and gets right back up. Catena playing it back to Velázquez. Velázquez to Dmitrievski. Catena's pass errant, and it'll be a throw-in for Numancia. Rayo, as I said, unbeaten since the return of football in mid-June. I'm sorry, they were unbeaten. They do have just 1 loss, coming 3-2 at Alcorcón. In their last 5, they have 3 draws, and they are coming off that impressive win on the road at Real Zaragoza, 4-2. Zaragoza certainly no slouch. They're currently 3rd in La Liga Smartbank, fighting for the 2nd spot with Huesca, just 3 points back of that automatic promotion slot, and almost certainly guaranteed a spot in the playoffs should the wheels not fall off the bus. Speaking of Zaragoza, Rayo with 53 points in 8th place. A win today would move them into 6th, 1 point above Elche, and tied on points with Girona, although Girona with a game in hand. Rayo at this point hoping for the 6th and final playoff spot. Numancia, on the other hand, way down towards the bottom end of the Liga Smartbank table in 20th place. 2 teams are below them still. Extremadura and Racing Santander. Racing way out of it at this point, heading towards relegation. Extremadura with 37 points in 21st place. Numancia have 44 points. And they can still save themselves, but there are a thicket of teams battling to steer clear of relegation at this point. Besides Numancia, Albacete just 1 point above them, as well as Lugo in 19th and 18th respectively. And 3 points ahead of Numancia are Oviedo, who won their aforementioned match, dropping Numancia back into relegation after Numancia's last win earlier in the week. Curro Sanchez to take the free kick for Numancia as the sun makes its way back out here in Vallecas, headed over, and appears to have come off a Rayo defender. It'll be a corner kick for Numancia. Here's another peek, and off the head of Mario Suarez, the attacking midfielder. Back playing defense on the free kick. Here's the corner, headed away nicely by Catena, all the way back out to midfield, recovered by Ivan Calero. Calero fires it right back in. He's got Escassi on the wing. Escassi sidesteps the defender, gets it back. Escassi heads it into the middle, cleared by Advincula, up to the center circle. And De Frutos on the wing with some space. Nacho Sanchez back into the middle and fired just over the goal by Mario Suarez. The first big scoring chance of the game coming for Rayo here in the 20th. Just as the clock changing over from the 19th to the 20th. And that looks like it did go off the head of Admonio. That'll be a corner kick for Rayo. And another one fired. First time shot by Catena. Dani Barrio with the goal kick. And with 2 touches of the head, the ball ends up in the hands of Barrio's counterpart, Stoli Dmitrievski. Dmitrievski again with the long throw out to midfield. This one over the touchline. Escassi chips it over to the far side. Kept in nicely by Nacho. And Dmitrievski plays it back out. Numancia keeping a tight 4-man defensive line in their 4-2-3-1 formation. with Calero on the bottom of your screen. Bernardo Admonio and Adri Castellano. Advincula pushing forward. And Escassi there to make the stop. Alberto Escassi, very consistent player for Numancia. 31 years of age, from Malaga. And a man down in the box, and it's going to be a goal kick. No penalty called. We'll have to take a look at the replay to see if a penalty could have been called by Yasu Galec. Castellano with the protest says he did nothing wrong. Although the images show that there at least could be the argument for penalty kick. Petteguia, the referee, consulting with the VAR. Also could have been a handball involved in there as well. Escassi gets in the way, appears to touch the ball with his arm. And this one is still under review. It's not clear whether they're reviewing it for possible hands on Alberto Escassi or the trip in the box. And the referee is going to take a closer look at this one. That's Oscar Valentin with the ball, and he goes up. Escassi touches the ball with his arm very clearly, then goes off the chest of Valentin. Castellano comes in and possibly trips up Valentin. But it looks like they're reviewing possible hands on Escassi. And they are awarding a penalty kick to Rayo Vallecano here in the 25th. So some incidental contact, certainly not what they call intentional by Alberto Escassi. We've seen so many different plays over so many games, and one would have thought that it had to be intentional for it to be called a penalty. There's no question that the ball touching Escassi's arm affected the trajectory of the ball and the play, as Mario Suarez puts the ball down on the penalty spot and gets ready to take the spot kick. But what's clear is that there was no intention on behalf of Alberto Escassi. Suarez to take the kick down Barrio behind the line, and goal. Rayo Vallecano here in the 26th. Mario Suarez converts the spot kick after a lengthy video assistant referee review. And Rayo takes one big step towards that 6th and final playoff spot. Escassi still protesting the call, but it's too late for that. And Barrio completely jumping in the wrong direction. But regardless, Suarez's shot, upper left corner, unstoppable even if Barrio guesses correctly and dives to his right. It's Mario Suarez's 6th of the season. As Rayo with a 1-0 lead. Suarez 3rd on the team in goal scoring. Tied with Leonardo Ulloa. Actually tied for 2nd if you count Adrian Barba, who had 7 goals earlier this season, but Barba playing for RCD Espanyol in La Liga, leaving in the winter transfer market. And Barba was not only their leading scorer at the time, he still leads the team in assists with 24. Unquestionably a big loss in the transfer market mid-season for Rayo Vallecano, but they are ahead 1-0 here in match day 39. Only 3 matches left this season after today. And the first yellow card of the match for Yassine Kazmi here in the 28th. And does he have a different color card in his hand? No, and a yellow card for Luis Carrion. And somebody on the Numancia bench has been shown the door. Manager Luis Carrion. But there was a red card there as well. Certainly a hard foul. And that's one of the Numancia assistants exiting stage left. And we are back underway. Seems like it's been a while since we had flowing play on the field here. With the video assistant referee review, the initial call stopping play in the 22nd minute, followed by a 3-minute delay to review the call. The penalty kick in the 25th. The penalty called in the 25th. The goal coming in the 26th, 4 minutes after the original foul. Play finally getting back underway in the 27th, and then in the 28th, almost immediately as Dmitrievski snatches that shot out of the air by Nacho Sanchez. And in the 28th, yellow cards to Yassine Kazmi of Rayo Vallecano for a hard tackle. Luis Carrion, the manager of Numancia, for protesting, and a red card for one of the members of the Numancia coaching staff in the 28th as well. So it's been wild for the last 10 minutes or so. Not a whole lot of football, but a lot going on, if you're into that sort of thing. And now another stoppage. Here comes the water break. So not the most flowing of matches at this point. We had about 20 minutes of football before all heck broke loose. Now we still have Luis Carrion talking it over with the referee. Certainly not a fan of that call. Still not clear whether the penalty was called for hands on Alberto Escassi or for a trip by Adri Castellano. Well, Paco Gemes certainly should be relatively happy. His team up 1-0. Here's another look at that play. Off the chest of Oscar, into the arm of Escassi, back to the chest, and then a trip. And at the end of it all, Mario Suarez with his 6th goal of the season from the spot. Rayo with a 1-0 lead. And we're now in the 32nd, about to be in the 33rd. It's been 11 minutes since the initial foul. And we've hardly had any football at all. It does appear that the call is officially hands on Alberto Escassi. And now Numancia with the free kick. Bingula playing it back. Now Rayo going long. Picked up by Curro. Numancia going the other way. And too far. Catena playing it across to Velázquez. Velázquez says not this way. And he goes back to the 6'3" Macedonian goalkeeper Stoy Dmitrievski. Dmitrievski, 26 years old. Plays for the North Macedonia national team. Saul Garcia into the corner. And a nice defensive play by Admonio. Slides back into position. All Rayo so far through 35 minutes of play. 65% possession to 35% for Numancia. The main difference reflected on the scoreboard. Mario Suarez with his 6th goal of the season in the 26th. There's Mario with the captain's armband. And the culprit on that foul, taking down Eugenio Marin, the Numancia striker, in the midfield. A loss today for Numancia would be a big blow for them, as they are in dire need of 3 points to keep them clear of relegation, at least for the next couple of days. Catena centers it and right into the arms of Dani Barrio. Barrio gets rid of it quickly, skies it, and Eugenio goes down again. Foul on Velázquez. Eugenio taking a bit of a beating in the last couple of minutes. 26 years old from Calasparra, Spain. Calasparra in Murcia, down south. And over the head of Alberto Escasi, it'll be a goal kick for Rayo here in the 37th. Luis Carrion picked up a yellow card back in the 28th. Just 2 minutes after Mario Suarez's penalty kick goal. And a foul, a hard foul by Yassine Kazmi of Rayo. A couple of the coaches on the Numancia bench vociferously letting their viewpoints be heard. And a yellow card to Carrion for that, and a red card for one of his assistants. As Alejandro Catena commits the foul and trots back into position. Catena running over Eugenio. Eugenio again just seems to be a magnet for contact in the back. Into the area, and Admonio heading it up too high for any of his teammates, and easily snatched out of the air by Stoy Dmitrievski, with Castellano hot on his trail. Rayo looking to slow things down a little bit. Moderate pressure from Numancia. Eugenio drawing 3 fouls in a row for Numancia. Kept in by De Frutos and taken over by Nacho along the far side. Velázquez heading it back towards the midfield, and no foul as Nacho spins and goes down. Rayo quickly on the attack, blocked off by Castellano. And a foul on attack by Rayo. De Frutos called for the infraction. De Frutos and Castellano battling it out early and often over there on the far side this evening, as we're in the 40th, and another goal kick, or sorry, free kick for Numancia and Dani Barrio. Barrio with a low drive. Picked up by Eric Moran. Moran has been quiet so far. Was involved in some plays in the midfield early on in the game, and he's kind of been lost out there ever since. And Moran probably hears me say that and helps Rayo bring the ball back up the field again. Rayo. Curro plays it back to Moran. Moran passes it. Curro again to Moran. And now Nogueira. And that one out off Catena. Catena well out of position. Carrion giving instructions to his players. Admonio plays it across to Castellano. And now Admonio getting it back, playing give and go with Bernardo. Barrio pulls it in. Barrio plays it long. And a possible offsides call here. And the flag does go up. It looks to be Alvaro Garcia. Barrio again with the free kick. Headed forward by Edmonio. Picked up by Curro. Curro double teamed. He loses it. Nice play by Saul Garcia to pick his pocket and win the throw-in for Rayo. Giveaway by Rayo, picked up by Curro. And now Moran. Edmonio. Switches fields. Back to the middle to Escassi. Escassi first times it and way over the head of Alberto Nogueira. Just an unforced error by Escassi. And a turnover that gives Rayo a throw-in in their own half in the 43rd. Advincula throws it in, and Rayo will do it over again. Advincula will rinse and repeat, but from further up the field. Rayo completing almost 62% of their passes, 58% for Numancia. Not a huge difference there. But of course, Rayo way up in the possession game. As an opportunity there by Alvaro Garcia falls by the wayside. Play on sides as De Frutos centering it to Garcia, who has the ball go off the side of his shin. The Rayo players loose and happy with a 1-0 lead here as we wind down the final minutes of the first half. Luis Advincula picks it up. He's knocked down. Nogueira tosses back the ball. Nogueira not a fan of that call, judging by his body language. And De Frutos unable to beat the defender and keep the ball in. Goes over the goal line. Paco Gémez looking on. The Rayo manager doing a fantastic job with his team since coming back from the lockdown. Rayo just one loss since the resumption of La Liga. And 6 minutes of first half stoppage time. Chalk that up to the lengthy VAR review, which went from about the 22nd to the 25th or 26th minute. 4 minutes right there, and a couple bumps and bruises along the way as well on both sides of the ball. And so 6 minutes, half a dozen still to play here in the first half. Rayo with a 1-0 lead. Mario Suarez from the penalty spot in the 26th, the lone goal so far. Rayo absolutely shellacking Numancia on possession so far in this one. Monopolizing the ball, and that's the way Paco Gémez likes it. Oscar Valentin. Alberto Noguera. Eugenio battles for it, can't get it. Advincula recovers. Cleared by Velázquez. Back to gather the ball is Edmonio, and he'll leave it to Barrio. Barrio swings it out with his arm. Carrion still giving instructions. Castellano with a nice run there. But the end result, a throw-in for Rayo deep in their own end. Saul Garcia to toss it in. Keeps it close to the sideline, but then knocks it back towards the midfield. Rayo switching fields. Luis Advincula with the ball. Alejandro Catena. And now Saul. Catena. Back to Oscar. Oscar over to Velázquez. Turnover. Moran to Noguera. Nacho loses it for a sec. Tempers flaring moderately. The referee steps in to calm things down. Armonio Vicente. And Escasi tries to make a shirt pull in the open field. And 2-0 Rayo Vallecano. Jorge de Frutos puts the ball into the back of the net on a quick and lethal counterattack. And Rayo take a 2-0 lead here in first half stoppage time. Here's another look. De Frutos with the give and go with Juan Villar. And Escasi there with the failed jersey grab. And Admonio getting there too late. As Jorge de Frutos has himself a goal and doubles Rayo's lead. About a minute before halftime of this 6-minute first half stoppage time. Very nice give and go on that play between Jorge de Frutos and Juan Villar. And there we've come to the end of the first half of play. It's been just about all Rayo Vallecano so far. with goals from Mario Suarez from the penalty spot in the 26th, and Jorge de Frutos tacking on a second in first half stoppage time, as Rayo take a 2-0 lead into the break. And they are well on their way to 3 enormous points and 1 more step towards a possible playoff berth for promotion to the Spanish First Division next season. The players saunter off to the dressing room. We will have first half statistics for you in just a second. Do not go anywhere. We will be right back in just a few minutes with the start of the second half. We go to the break with Rayo Vallecano leading Numancia 2-0. Stay tuned for the second half. Welcome back, everybody, to the Estadio de Vallecas, the second half of today's match between Rayo Vallecano and Numancia about to get underway. Rayo leading 2-0 as we start the second half. Goals from Mario Suarez from the penalty spot in the 26th minute. And a beautiful goal by Jorge de Frutos on a give and go with Juan Villar in first half stoppage time. Alberto Escassi was called for handball on the penalty that was scored by Mario Suarez. That entire process, including a video assistant referee review, took a big chunk, about 4 or 5 minutes out of the first half, leading to 6 minutes of injury time, during which De Frutos' goal was scored. As you can see, 45 minutes plus 4. And that is where we stand right now as the second half gets underway here in the neighborhood of Vallecas in Madrid, Spain. Weather cooling off a couple of degrees here. Since kickoff, it's now 22 degrees Celsius, 71 degrees Fahrenheit. It was 28 degrees Celsius, 82 Fahrenheit. Big difference from the start of the match. This game, originally scheduled for 7:30 p.m. Central European summertime, was moved back earlier in the week to 8:30 p.m. delayed by an hour to account for the weather forecast. Summer afternoons in Spain can be very hot affairs. And the temperature quite comfortable right now as Numancia looking to get on the scoreboard here as we start the second half of play. Numancia with their backs up against the wall in the relegation zone as we speak. And in much need of points if they expect to earn salvation by the end of the season. The ball straight to Dmitrievski. Expect to see a little bit more aggressivity out of Numancia here in the second half, centered by Nacho, Numancia captain. Mario Suarez, the author of the first goal of today's match back in the 26th. And Curro to take the corner kick for Numancia here in the 49th. All the way through. Recovered by Nacho. Sends it all the way back. Dani Barrio well out of goal. And he sends it right back in. Advincula keeps it away from Nogueira. Velázquez to the near side. Advincula again. Rayo in front. Shot blocked off. An offsides call. Second of the match. Numancia really pressing hard here out of the gate in the second. Ivan Calero scored an outstanding goal in Numancia's win against Extremadura earlier this week. Getting in on the action. Advincula again has some space. And it's almost too far for Alvaro Garcia, who manages to get the ball across the touchline. Cleared out. Nacho fouled by Advincula. Moran puts it down and plays it to Curro. Curro out to the wing. Moran. He has Nogueira in the corner. Nogueira loses it. Cleared by Rayo, kept in by Adri Castellano. Escasi to Edmonio. And now Curro. Again, looking for Nacho in the corner. Nacho centers it. What a shot by Nogueira. Blocked off. It appeared to be Catena with a defensive play. Numancia with a great opportunity there, but couldn't get the shot in on goal. And a yellow card coming to Numancia for a hard foul. Alberto Escasi called for the foul, does not like the call apparently. Alvaro Garcia still down. Rayo looking to get back into the first division. Eric Moran with the yellow card. Rayo finished in last place in La Liga last season. Spent the 2 previous seasons, 16-17, 17-18, in La Liga Smartbank, and that was preceded by 5 consecutive seasons in La Liga. Their best finish during that stretch was 8th back in 2012-13. Vincula throws it in. Nacho clears it. And it looks like Eugenio down again. Eugenio drawing plenty of attention this afternoon. Couple of changes here for Rayo. Alvaro Garcia and Yassine Kazmi out. Coming in for Kazmi is Andres Martin. Coming in for Alvaro Garcia is Santi Comesaña. Comesaña cautioned right off the bat. Centering pass and Numancia on the board. Eugenio with the goal, cutting the Rayo lead in half here in the 57th. Another look at it. A possible foul on Noguera, uncalled. And Eugenio nods it in from around the penalty spot. A wonderful assist by Nacho. And Eugenio showing his worth right there with that goal in the 57th to make it 1 for Numancia, 2 for Rayo. That's Eugenio's 10th goal of the season. 1 behind Curro for the team lead. And a big goal for Numancia, as they are in dire need of points in order to avoid relegation. 3 matches remaining for both teams after today. Paco Gémez not quite as comfortable as he was just a couple minutes ago, and after objecting to the call, sees a yellow card here in the 60th. So both managers with yellow cards this afternoon. Gémez drawing his in the 60th minute. Luis Carrion slapped with a yellow card back in the 28th minute at the end of that long delay. For the video system referee review, and then a hard foul just a minute later. Numancia's last change, Zlatanovic on for Alberto Nogueira. And the 7th corner kick of the match coming up, this one for Rayo. They lead 4-3 in that category. And headed away nicely by Saul. Goes all the way through and out on the other side. They're looking for Juan Villar. And Rayo let it go. It'll be another Rayo corner kick. Catena and Bernardo battling for position. And a goal kick for Numancia here in the 62nd. Danny Barrio in a bit of trouble there. Had two Rayo strikers bearing down on him. Higinio in the open field. And a shot just high by Zlatanovic. Paco Gémez, as animated as he has been in today's match. Rayo back on the attack. The referee says play on. And we do have a penalty. Again, Rayo to have their second penalty kick of the afternoon. And Numancia feeling helpless. With Ivan Calero committing the foul on Juan Villar. And Eugenio with a red card. That one comes out of completely nowhere. And to add insult to injury, Numancia are going down to 10 men. As Villar is about to take the spot kick here at the end of the 65th minute. Maybe there'll be a slight delay here. Dani Barrio well off his line. We're waiting for Eugenio to abandon the pitch. Numancia players protesting. Bernardo, Eugenio headed to the showers. Not very clear what the card was for some sort of violent conduct. And Rayo take a 3-1 lead here in the 66th. And Rayo well on their way to winning at home. An unstoppable penalty kick by Juan Villar. Barrio guessing correctly, but Villar going into the top bin. Absolutely unstoppable. So about 25 minutes to play. Rayo 3, Numancia 1, and Numancia now playing with 10 men as Eugenio Marin sent off after the foul by Calero in the box. And Eugenio apparently getting that red card for protesting, but he must have said something that the referee did not like at all, because there's always protesting going on, but he must have made some sort of comment deemed wholly unacceptable by today's referee. And an unfortunate turn of events for Numancia as they find themselves down 3-1 and down a man as they struggle in their bid to clear the relegation zone. And this looks to be the beginning of a long second half for Numancia. Rayo back on the attack, and nice save by Dani Barrio, and another save. Santi Comezania with the initial shot. Barrio keeps the score 3-1. Escassi. And Numancia winning the corner kick. Off Catena. Another look at that shot by Comesanya. And then a follow-up also saved by Barrio. Curro to take the corner kick here in the 71st. Less than 20 to play. Punched away by Dmitrievski, and then Dmitrievski catches it. And he goes down to the ground. Rayo looking to be more patient now with a 2-goal lead and a 1-man advantage for the remainder. Numancia now back in what looks like a 4-4-1. Line of 4 defenders, a line of 4 midfielders, and the lone striker now, Curro Sanchez, with Eugenio Marin sent to the showers for protesting that penalty call in the 64th. In front, and Numancia cut the lead to 3-2. Curro Sanchez pulls one back for the visitors as the clock moves into the 73rd minute. Another look. Curro from just outside the 6-yard box. Calero threading the needle with the pass. And Curro finishing with aplomb with 3 defenders around him over at Vincula and Dmitrievski. And all of a sudden we have ourselves a match. Well, Numancia is still down to 10 men, but 1 goal to tie this game up. At Vincula in the corner. Contact in front. Rayo looking for a penalty. Shot blocked off by Calero. Calero doing it all right now for Numancia. A lot of contact in the area. Comesanya in the thick of things going down. The goal is Curro's 12th of the season. That's the best on the team. In front. And right there. And unable to connect was Juan Villar. And here comes the second half water break in the 75th. As we get ready for what should be a wild final quarter hour. Every time Paco Gemes' squad feels like they've opened things up, Numancia has pulled one right back. Rayo went up 2-0 in first half injury time. Mario Suarez scored in the 26th from the penalty spot. Jorge de Frutos doubled the Rayo lead in the 4th minute of first half stoppage time. Numancia pulling one back. Higinio Marin, his 10th goal of the season in the 57th with an assist from Nacho. And then in the 64th, a penalty called on Ivan Calero with a foul on Juan Villar in the area. Villar certifies the penalty kick in the 66th to make it 3-1 Numancia, and at the same time, Higinio shown a straight red card for protesting. That goal putting Rayo back on top, 3-1, another 2-goal lead. But Numancia just 6 minutes later in the 72nd, Curro with the assist from Calero. And Rayo now clinging to a 1-goal lead against 10-man Numancia. And now we're in the 77th. It's been quite a wild match thus far, and we still have a quarter hour to play, plus injury time. Rayo no longer exercising patience. They had been patient just a few minutes ago after taking the 3-1 lead in the 66th. And perhaps that complacency allowing Numancia to pull one back. And things getting a little testy down there. The linesman calling the foul. Admonio trying to get the ball back. Numancia trying to get it back in play as quickly as possible. And Andres sees the yellow card in the 78th. Despite the man disadvantage, Numancia looking like a different team here in the second half. They've scored twice. Once in the 57th, Higinio, and again in the 72nd, Curro. Higinio, of course, sent off in between his goal and that of Curro. But it does appear to have lit a spark under Numancia, at least for the time being. Curro plays it back to the center circle. Bernardo plays it along. Adri, back to Bernardo. He feeds Admonio. Escassi. Admonio. Across the halfway line. And Calero can't get that one in front. He does like the idea, trying to open up the Rayo defense. And here comes another change for Numancia. as Moran coming out for Moha. Both sides have made just 2 changes so far. Admonio there with a nice piece of work to shield the ball from Juan Villar. Rayo still attacking, realizing that patience did not work the first time against Numancia. And Escassi whistled for the foul there. Oscar Valentin getting back up with a limp. Escassi showing some sportsmanship on the play. Rayo with a free kick in the 81st. And they send it back. Velázquez. And that one's too far for Mario Suarez. Picked up by Numancia deep in their own end. And a foul against Numancia. Zlatanovic getting a piece of Suarez there. Admonio to Escassi. Back to the man from Guinea-Bissau. Curro fends off Oscar. Numancia going long again, looking for that right wing, and it's much too far. And Isi is going to come on for Jorge de Frutos here in the 83rd. Isi Palathon. Isi, a 26-year-old Spaniard coming up from Ponferradina's youth academy. Or sorry, Real Madrid's youth academy. Playing for Ponferradina until this season. Coming to Rayo in the winter transfer market. Rayo again playing impatiently. Maybe that's good news for Numancia. Rayo break the press. Isi freshly on for De Frutos. Advincula breaks away from Castellano. Castellano with the nice tackle. But that'll be a throw-in for Rayo here in the 85th. 5 minutes to play plus injury time. And another change for Numancia as Bernardo is coming out for Adri Herrera. Advincula to throw it in. Both Rayo and Numancia still have 2 substitutions remaining. They've made 3. And here come Numancia on the counter. Moha leaving it off. And then running for the wing. Does not get the ball back. But Escassi does. And draws the foul from Comezania. Jemez fidgeting away on the sideline, can't decide whether to keep the mask on or take it off. Numancia coming on strong in the second half in terms of possession and passing, now leading Rayo in passing. They were way behind in the first half, and now not far behind on possession. Rayo were way up, around 65% at the end of the first half. And Numancia have chipped away at that lead. The percentage possession lead here in the second, and have outscored Rayo 2-1 here in the second half as well. But they still need one more to grab a point on the road today in Vallecas, and if they do it, it will be with just 10 men. Following the expulsion of Higinio Marin in the 65th. We're now in the 88th. Numancia sitting back, waiting for a mistake by Rayo. And a weak shot from outside the area. Barrio waiting for his men to get upfield. Escassi up there, headed up into the air by Cadena. And out off the foot of Calero. Luis Carrion still emphatically giving instructions to his players, fully aware of the tough task they have ahead of them in the final minutes. Everybody's tired. Numancia even more so. They've been playing with one less man for the last 22 minutes. Recovered by Isi, pestered by Curro. Rayo to throw it in, but certainly in no rush to do so, as we've now rolled on into the 89th. Numancia unable to recover. Andres to Advincula. Advincula's cross. And it goes wide. Andres trying to finish there, following the give and go with Luis Advincula. And Numancia are going to try again. Escassi heads it forward. Numancia have it for a throw-in in the Rayo half. And in will come Montiel for Rayo. And he'll replace Juan Villar. Jonathan Montiel. Juan Villar's goal still stands to be the game winner. The 66-minute penalty kick that gave Rayo a 3-1 lead at the time. Comoro pulling one back in the 72nd to make it 3-2. That's where we stand. Villar now out of the game for Jonathan Montiel. Montiel, the youngster, just 21 years of age, coming all the way through the Rayo Youth Academy. Born and raised here in Madrid, and with several caps for Spain's national teams at the younger categories, under 17, 18, and 19. Villar appears to have a bright future ahead of him. Rayo looking to take as much time off the clock as they can. Andres loses it to Moha. Moha, the striker, back playing defense. And recovered by Nacho. Still trying to get it out. 6 minutes of stoppage time. As Numancia going for the equalizer, down a man. Zlatanovic can't get there. Rayo clear, but it'll be a throw-in for Numancia on the far side. Hemez just going wild over there on the sideline. Very aware of how big these 3 points would be for his team. It would put them into a playoff slot provisionally. Castellano looking for Calero on the touchline, and it goes out. Carrion not happy with the decision there by Castellano. There was 6 minutes of injury time at the end of the first half, and it was in the 4th minute of first half injury time that Jorge de Frutos scored Rayo's 2nd goal of the game, putting them up 2-0. Although the two teams were playing at even strength at the time, 11-on-11. Now Numancia down a man since the expulsion to Eugenio Marin back in the 65th. But Numancia, fortunately, do have time. There's still over 3 minutes remaining, about 3.5. Viscasi loses it, recovered by Moha. And a very bad cross by Calero. He'd like to have that one back. More precious seconds will drip off of the clock, favoring Rayo. We now have under 3 minutes to play. Rayo clinging to a 3-2 lead. And Dmitrievski taking his good old time. Numancia players telling the referee to keep his eye on the clock, as a good 30 seconds, 25-30 seconds there, lost on the goal kick by Dmitrievski. And another throw in for Rayo here in the 94th, and Vincula ever so slowly walking over to the touchline to get the ball from Curro Sanchez. And Vincula finally does throw it in. And Rayo, between a goal kick and a throw in, have taken off almost a minute. And they still have it. Andres letting it go out. And that'll be a corner kick for Rayo. Numancia looking spent and rather helpless at this point. They battled throughout the second half. They overcame a red card to their striker, Eugenio Marin. who scored in the 57th to cut Rayo's lead to 2-1, but was then set off 8 minutes later, making things much more difficult for Numancia. And Curro sees yellow here in the 95th. And now another yellow card. This one coming to Nacho, also in the 95th. And Numancia look like they're resigned to a loss. Less than 1 minute to play. Yellow cards now even 3 apiece. Players having words with each other. Montiel, he's hot as well. Less than 30 to play. Nacho with the obvious foul. Adri Castellano and Moha getting involved. Comesanya. And another throw in for Rayo. And it's been about 2 straight minutes, and Numancia have not touched the ball. The final whistle should come any second now. Numancia will go down to defeat. It's going to be a goal kick for Numancia. Maybe they will have one more chance. Although, in all likelihood, the referee will blow the final whistle here. Numancia playing it long. It goes all the way through. Advincula to recover. He'll send it all the way back down. No call. And a long shot over the bar by Montiel in the 97th. And somehow the clock's still running, and there's the final whistle. A bit of a thriller here in the second half. Rayo Vallecano hanging on for a 3-2 victory here at the Estadio de Vallecas and pick up 3 points to move them into a playoff spot provisionally. Alejandro Catena there for Rayo, shaking hands with his teammates and opposing players. Numancia doing everything they could to overcome an early 2-goal deficit, but in the end, a 65th minute red card to Eugenio Marin for protesting. Too much for Numancia to overcome, and they fall to a 3-2 defeat on the road here at Rayo. And they walk away from this one with 0 points in the bag, and they will stay in the relegation zone, at least for now, and it makes their quest to avoid said relegation just that much more difficult. But both teams with 3 matches still remaining to play. 9 points on the table for both. So Rayo could make the playoffs, or they could not. And Numancia could be relegated, or they do still have the possibility of managing to stick around in the second division for next season. The players heading off the pitch at the end of 90 minutes, and 6 minutes of stoppage time at the end of each half. So 102 minutes of football being played here in Madrid, Spain at the Estadio de Vallecas. It's time to wrap it up. The final score from Madrid: Rayo Vallecano 3, Numancia 2. Thank you for joining us. So long and have a good night.